Well, hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of To a Woman's Heart, where we uplift, motivate, encourage, and empower women. And tonight, everybody, we're back. This is Tuesday. We're highlighting women in business. All right. And so we have a special guest tonight. And I want everybody who's watching to make her feel welcome. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask questions. Our goal, as I've said plenty of times before, we live in a society where women do not receive the recognition that they rightfully deserve. And we're not trying to place anybody on a pedestal or make anybody more than what they are. We're just recognizing those women who put the hard work in, who has their foot to the pavement, and they make things happen. And so tonight, I'm very happy to introduce Miss Rorrinka Owens of Owens and Owens, and she has a sober living facility. So, Rorrinka, introduce yourself to everybody.
Hey family, my name is Rorrinka. Thank you all for allowing me to do something. I don't know what I'm about to do, but thank you. Yeah, but I do have an on facility for women and men. We help women and men through the struggles, and I just do a lot of help outside of that. Too. I do a lot of help.
It's something that's needed in the communities.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. One of the things that I try to do is extend my hand because I used to be there. I was one of those struggling people that just didn't feel like I qualified and just definitely didn't think I needed the help that I received to get to where I'm going, so or where I has been going. But it's a pleasure and an honor to be a part of whatever gonna make the world be right, part of it for me. I'm willing to do
Yeah,
whatever I got to do.
right.
And
But
I've
you
been
know,
doing this since 1999.
okay, okay. You know what the good part about that is? People can relate to individuals who actually stood in their shoes. You feel what I'm saying? Because we don't always see those faces of those individuals who actually was in the struggle. And it's a testament that you can be in the struggle, but you can come out of the struggle.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Even when you don't even believe it, things just happen, and I was okay with being in the struggle. I didn't see no way out, and I didn't want no way out. And grace and mercy came and got me. And it's an honor and a privilege for somebody to think enough of me to even want to help the person that I had turned out to be. In and out of jail and drug addict. Mother was an addict and father was an addict. So that was me. I mean, I was okay. That's the way it was supposed to be, as far as I was concerned. Even with those kids, beautiful kids that stood by me. Oh my God, to thank them kids for being left a long time ago. I got family that's behind me. Awesome, they awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good thing. It's good to have support. But you know what the most important thing is, and I want everybody to understand this, we all make mistakes. Everybody has made a mistake in some shape, form, or fashion. So don't, I'm just telling people who's watching, who may watch the replay, don't beat yourself up for the mistake you made. Learn from it and do better. Don't be a repeat offender. But sometimes you got to bump your knee and bump your elbow and bump your head a couple of times before you get it. So if that's what it takes, then you have to do what you have to do. But everything most likely has a purpose to get you to your next destination.
And I believe that. One of the things I tell people that I talk to all the time, step up to the plate. There was some decision makers that you made that made those kids a family member dislike some of the things you did. So we can't expect for them to be all right with it. I mean, it takes time for them. So I'm saying don't beat yourself up, but be responsible for your actions, though. Because a lot of times
Mm-hmm.
people that get clean and get sober, somebody to forget. They can't forget that how you abused them and left them and stuff like that. So I tell people all the time, you just keep doing what you need to do to get you to where you got to go. And whatever
Right.
it is, let it hold depth and weight in your life. Because I believe you can't do it for everybody. And you really, people always say you got to do things for yourself. I don't even believe in that, because had it not been for the correctional facility, I wouldn't be here, because they uh, put the hammer down when they sentenced you. It was enough for me. And I said, if I can get out of this one right here. And I
Mm-hmm.
went to jail and got released in 94. And in 1994, I got in the 12-step program, and I started fighting for my life. But
Mm-hmm.
and that's because I didn't want to go back to prison. It had nothing to do
Right.
with that I was tired or how bad it is. It had nothing to do with that. I just said, no, I don't want to go back to prison. And I put my foot down, and I had to put some work in it, though. So I tell people,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, God is God, true enough, but I don't believe He's just going to do it by Himself. He needs your cooperation. He needs your help.
Mm-hmm.
You got to put some help in there. You got to put, if you want to change something, you got to do something to change. I prayed about it, and I laid down and went to sleep. Don't sound right to me. You're going to pray about it, put some work behind it. Now, that's what I believe. I don't know. I have 27 years on the program of Alcoholics and Narcotics Anonymous. And
Mm-hmm.
it's the best thing that ever could have happened to me. And I can say that to the world. And I went to the White House and told them that too, because they invited me to their house. Yeah, I was at the
Mm-hmm.
White House. And special eds to the bone. And when I got there, I acted a fool. You know I did. Because, when something new to you, when they gave me a letter, they gave me a 75% successful rate with IDOC. And my staff at the time said, hey, Miss Owens, we invited to the White House. The president was the one that had his son there. What is that president name? His son with that girl. I don't know nothing about he been there. His son was the president. And
Or
what is
Bush.
his name?
Bush.
Bush. That's who he was. Bush invited me to the White House. Girl, I got over there. I'm all on the floor looking at the eagle, all up in the rubbing on their table. Staff people was there. They was looking at me all crazy. My staff was getting embarrassed. You can tell I ain't never been nowhere when I go somewhere. Girl, and then when the man came out there, all them people, he started laughing, and he looked at me because I'm not paying him no attention. I'm rubbing all on the table, and he said, "You must be Rorrinka." Girl, I turned around and bust out and started laughing, and people were so serious and had their little pad on their little outfit. Y'all all ghetto fabulous. And the man was looking so hard, and he said, "You must be." And I said, "Yes, I am." And he said, "How can I help you?" And I had choked up so bad. First thing came out my mouth. I said the curse word, so I ain't gonna say that. But I asked him, I said, "I'm hungry. Can you send somebody back there to give me a salad?" And the man looked at me. He said, "Are you for real?" I said, "Look, Mr. President, I am hungry." Got me a little sandwich. I took half of the sandwich and stuck it in my pocket and kept on talking. And my staff was so embarrassed at me. They was like, oh my God. My husband was the CEO at the time, and he looking at me. And the president said, I like real people like you. He said, now, this is not an act. This is real. And that's why I tell people, be who you are no matter where you go. Because people have a
Mm-hmm.
tendency of want you to be this way and be that way, and you're not yourself. But by me being who I was, the man said, we're going to donate to your program. He didn't say donate, he said pledge. And when I heard pledge, I thought he said flag. Because pledge means I was in school, I pledge allegiance to the
To the
flag
flag.
of the United States. And I thought, right, and I told him, I said, Mr. President, I can only do two. I don't have enough room. And my staff with the hitting on me, they were like, Mr. Owen, that ain't what he talking about. And I'm looking at them like, I heard what he said. They said, Miss Owen, that ain't what. And they looked at me, and my husband at the time got my attention. He said, that's not no flag, that's money. I said, oh, Mr. President, you can send all the flags you want. So these are my experiences in life, and it didn't embarrass me. It made me become the person that I am because I'm not ashamed of who I am. And I tell
Right.
people, when you got to put on the act, that's where the problem gonna come in. But that's not gonna last long.
It's
You ain't
not.
somebody that said you're not. Just be who you are.
Exactly. Exactly, exactly. You need to be who you are. Well, you know, I'm always who I am, and I just keeps it 100. I don't sugarcoat anything. And so that's good that you made an impact, that you was invited to the White House. And that should give somebody who's watching some insight to know that you can make it too. Just keep doing what you're doing and keep being real. And so you have the house. How many individuals do you have on your facilities?
6 women and 6 men's.
Okay.
First floor is women, and the second floor is men's. And they're doing a wonderful job. They all got jobs. You self-supporting, so that's I don't have nobody give me no contract or nothing like that. Those ladies and men, they got a job. They go to work, and they pay a program fee, and $357. Yeah, that's what it is. But and they have to save their money. You cannot stay at my facility and not able to save no money. I will uh, dismiss you if you can't
Mm-hmm.
save for yourself because you don't know what might happen. While you run around here buying all these outfits, you at least got to put $100 out your checkup every month. So when I get ready to throw you out, you'll have a few dollars to go to a hotel or somewhere.
Right.
So people be like,
But
you
but
make
you
them. That's that.
but that's good. That's good because we don't teach. It's not a popular thing for us to learn how to budget and how to be self-sufficient. So that's an important thing for people to know because you need to have money to survive. You can't live nowhere for free.
Yeah,
So that's good.
I
So
wish somebody would help out.
are they required to go through any programming?
I hear you.
Are they required to attend
Yes,
any
they do.
programming?
We got. Yes, they do. Healthcare autonomy system is one of the programs that I involve. First of all, I work for, but you got aftercare and above and beyond different. I link them to outside programs so you can get familiar with outside people. So
Mm-hmm.
above and beyond is one of them. Healthcare system is one of them. Ashanti House is another one. I work with a lot of programs because I also work with the court system with 26 in California with the RAP program. So I have an opportunity to house a lot of people outside of my program just as well to other link them to other programs. So yeah, they do have outside. You got to make 12-step meetings. We have them in there inside the house and outside the house too. So yes, they get
Okay.
outside help.
Okay.
We
Well,
prefer
that's
them,
good.
refer them to. Yeah,
Okay, that's good because people need to know. Because I'm saying this because I want everybody to understand. Most communities think that these facilities reside in these communities just to sit there to occupy space. But these facilities are serving a purpose for those who have a need. And if you did not have these facilities, then where would you think these individuals would go? You follow what I'm saying? And
yeah,
here's one thing I've always said. There are a bunch of buildings, there are a bunch of courtway buildings, there are a variety of schools that's empty. I don't know why our city or our state will not give a building to organizations like yours, organizations like Ashanti House, those because it's not enough. It's not enough
yeah,
of these facilities that's in existence to help those individuals who have needs. And this is why this platform is so important because people say, oh, they got this house on my block, but you don't know what the purpose of the house is. And for me, it could be your mama, your daddy, your auntie, your uncle, your cousin, your sister, your brother. Nobody is excluded. It's just by the
yeah,
grace of God
yeah,
we have not fell into that situation.
yeah, yeah. I think a lot with my husband too. He works in healthcare autonomy system, and he helped me push back up because I was in 1999, but I lost out. I walked away in 2007. My husband had died, and my staff member had died. So much stuff was happening that I couldn't push more. and my husband came into my life in 2010, and he helped me by getting me a job here for one, but he helped me get back
Mm-hmm.
on my feet and do what I love doing. Was helping, because sometimes people think when you don't know people's story, when you lose out, when somebody die or some things happen in your life tragic, it's hard to get up. Some people go to mental institution. I was just one step away from the mental institution, but I was surrounded by people, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
just so grateful that people was in my life. And I want to go back to doing, because I had the juvenile detention program called Vision of the Heart, Women's with Kids program out south on 57th and Union, single women, and the men's program on 127th and Western. So these program was very beneficial. And I want them back. I'm coming. I'm coming. I might be, but I'm coming. I want all those things back, because when with kids program, there's a place. We need more places for mothers that come out of prison and out of their addiction to get the kids back and they grow together, instead of just growing over here in DCFS and the women. Put them together. Have our fathers over there getting themselves together. And that's what I want to try to do. That's what I want that back.
Yeah,
That's my, and I
I
need some help
always
on
say,
that.
yeah, but you got a good support team behind you. I always said, when me and Linda was doing, we do the ex offender for Sisters of the Hood, and you hear all these stories, and the biggest thing is um, putting people back into the areas from which they came from. And I said, this is my analogy. So if somebody goes into prison and they come out, like people have a massive heart attack, they go to intensive care, right? And once they get better, they bring them back. Then
Uh-huh.
they go to what they call a step down. So the step down is to kind of work on to get them
Yeah.
acclimated, whatever parts of their body was affected. They work to get them before they put them in a regular room. So here is what we need to do in some of the programs in which you're talking about, especially when women come out of prison and men come out of prison. They come out. So I would say the prison is the intensive care, right? And so when they come out of intensive care, then they need to go to a step down. A
Good.
step
Yep.
down would be a deprogramming, a reprogramming, show them how they can restructure their lives, give them the tools and the options to choose a better path instead of them dumping them right back. That's what needs to happen. And that is the missing piece that's happening. And here is my other thing with that. Our elected officials, they listen to the wrong people, and the people they should listen to, they don't listen to. Because if you don't stand in the midst of the trenches, you don't know what's needed because you can't see. You're talking to somebody who's consulting you on something that they have no idea of what's going on. And then they think that people end up doing things because they want to do it. And it's not the case. Life happens to people, pushes them in a corner. And when anybody is pushing to the corner, they coming out fighting by any means necessary. So if we can get that concept in our head, we can help our communities and we can be better. That's all I'm saying.
And I'm being blessed to have Dr. Willie Wilson. We have an ex-offender bank, and we held 500. They come from all over. It's called Orange and Orange ex-offender banquet. And Dr. Wilson them by tables, and Judge Burns them by tables. And I mean, I have a big support team that
Mm-hmm.
support me. And all I have to do, I ask them, people always say, don't nobody want to help you. Well, sometimes you got to get to the person instead of sending somebody else. Maybe you should go get to these people and have will accommodate you, and I've been blessed. I've been blessed. So again, I am so grateful to be a part of whatever we need to do. I'm willing to do. Again, we couldn't this year
Right.
because of the pandemic, but this banquet has gotten so big and so huge that I'm gonna need a baseball team in a minute. A baseball field. I got a team. I'm gonna need a field. So I do a lot. I do a
Yeah.
lot. I mean, everybody that know me, I can't say I got some people. More people love me than they do hate them. Now some
Hello?
people might not like me because I get in. I get in. Whoo, you don't even want, but I get.
Well, we got
Oh,
that side
step, get
too.
out about it. I mean, see how you see I'm going now. Let me slow down. Now, you see me? I take that step. I take that step.
Well, we all have that type of
You
side. I
see,
have it
I
too.
had to stop it. I had to stop it.
Yeah, I mean, that's being honest though. That's being transparent, and that's a good thing. And that's what we need more of from mostly everybody. To be honest, be transparent, and then to own up. You know what I'm saying? It takes nothing away from you to own up to anything that you do. It's just people can relate to being real. And that's what people is looking for, somebody to be real, upfront, and honest. And there's organizations out here like Rorrinka's organization, like Sisters of the Hood, like Shanti. These or like Cheryl is Hope Inc. These organizations, they need your support to push because they're helping the people that resides in your family. May not be your immediate family, but it's somebody in your family that has touched an organization somewhere, and we need to step up to the plate and stop being so stingy. And I'm going to say this, and people may not like, they may get upset, but I really don't care. I fear nobody but Jesus. So I'm going to put that out there. We donated to the girl who had the Gorilla Glue in her head, right? But we won't donate to an organization who take care of mothers with kids, who take care of ex-offenders, who take care of people with addictions. And that's something for us to think about.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So when is your banquet coming back up
I can
for the
use the
ex?
help. I can help. I show what I do. Uh, that's me. So I'm hoping that people can really look more into their one again. That's what we do. People have a right
Mm-hmm.
to want to do, but we do got organizations that need your help out here,
Right.
and I'm
That's
hoping
true.
that we can do whatever we need to do to make this. Because I believe it is like the gas, and cars run off gas, and they don't
Mm-hmm.
never stop. That's
Mm-hmm.
the way addiction gonna be for. It's gonna be forever. These people are ODing out here so bad it don't make no sense.
Yep. Yeah. And then
So
suicide.
I just seem to be a punchman for alternatives too. I talk about it so much because I see what they do. And they hundreds and hundreds of people all over. I'm talking about they everywhere, and people getting benefit. They don't get the recognition they need as well. So I don't just
Right.
try to talk about me. I talk about organizations that I know that's doing things that's money is one that if I can help you, then I'm gonna do my best to
Right.
help you.
Right.
So
Right.
maybe we can
Right.
see something. I don't know.
Right. Yeah. We're building. We're working on building because it's needed and it's time. It's way past time. Well, we need to learn how to stick together because like I said when we had our meeting, I had the analogy, if you take one finger and you poke, that really does not have an effect. You know what I'm saying? But if you take all five of your fingers and you ball them up, you can pack a powerful punch. That symbolize unity, working together to pack that powerful punch to make a difference in our communities. And that's something that's needed. We need to get the homeless off the street. We need to help these single mothers that are struggling. We need to help these drug addicts that's overdosing or they feel like they have no meaning in life or whatever it may be, alcoholics, whatever. We need to, it's a need. It's a great need. And it's a need that we need to really tackle because it's a serious need. So that's what I'm saying. So
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. One, I, me and my husband, we talk a lot, and me and him is like two prosper and peace. I've been blessed to have a great husband on my side, on the right things and what I was supposed to be doing. And you don't miss anything until it ain't there no more. And once he
Mm-hmm.
died, I had to look back. So I still been blessed to get another shot at life. And this one, he loved helping people. He's Puerto Rican and he loved helping people. And I'm talking about we do it. It'll be a real good thing if we can put everybody because too big and we need more than what we do to help people. I mean, we got a few people
Mm-hmm.
housing, and I got it's a church or it was it's a truck church in Roosevelt. I don't know the name of it, but they
Mm-hmm.
come and get them clothes. They come and feed them. The side over here on
Mm-hmm.
Sacramento, Chicago Avenue, and these people got out this truck was feeding these people was sitting down there talking to them like they're regular people. And I was like, wow, they not even. If I would have saw it with my own eyes, I would have never knew of this church on wheels.
Mm-hmm.
And, and Lord knows I ain't been to church, but Lord knows I recognized something that was hugging them. They didn't care about the corona. They had their mask on. They were hugging them. They were putting. They went. You know, people don't want to touch.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I do when I go around people like that. I go hug them
Right.
because they know tent, but I slept in the park. You know, and I was like, wow. So I see a lot of stuff. And I get this and people don't even know of them.
Right.
So man, it's just I don't know, babe. Again, this is a wonderful. I'm very nervous about going on this thing with you with this TV stuff. I was like, listen, I don't do no TV stuff. And you said, yeah, we're gonna do it tonight.
Yeah.
So I
And
thank
you
you
did
so
good.
much. For that, I'm
And you
able to
did
not be
good.
afraid of who I am now and know that
There you go. There you go.
I,
And I'm the pusher. I'm a
I'm
pusher.
gonna when I look back over this, you gonna
I am. And so I'm happy that even though you was fearful of it, you stepped up to the plate. And that's the good thing. Now you didn't conquer one hurdle, so nothing should stop you now, ma'am. Nothing.
okay. Thank you, sweet. But oh my, 5 times. I got there. I'm gonna go call my people to I did nail time. And no, I was gonna cry. Ooh, I didn't do it. I almost 5 times I paused though.
But you didn't.
Cause I know
That's a
people
good.
thought
You all right. You all right. You all right. You did good. You did good. We gonna get better. We gonna get better.
thank you.
And we gonna work on what you want to do too. We gonna get better. That's gonna be our next hurdle to get over. We gonna bring some other things to the forefront conversations that need to be talked about. So we gonna work on that. So we can get that information out there. Yeah. So tomorrow I got word that Ashante House is doing food
Yes.
giving at 4944 West Huron. So if you all know any families that are in need of some groceries to help feed their families, then come on by and get you some food. This is what it's all about. It's about us servicing the community, and we're going to change the hood back into the neighborhood. So let's be neighbors to those who live in our communities. That's what we need to be working on next. It's not just the hood. We're neighbors who resides on the block with other individuals who may need some assistance. And we can't keep closing our curtains and shutting our doors and disregarding the needs that's happening, that's taking place in our communities. We just can't. We have to take our communities back and be a community again. And so, again, I want to thank Rorrinka for getting over her fears tonight and coming on and sharing some insight. And we're going to work on some other things that will bring a little more things, a couple more things to the light because it's needed. We have lived so long boxed up, the walls of the
Yes,
box, the
yes.
floors of the box, and we let people put the lid on the box in our lives. Everything we go through in life, and I want you all to understand this, even in the replay, it has a purpose. It may not seem like it at the time that you're sitting or you're walking in it, but it has a purpose. People that cross your path that has taken some from you and they didn't deposit anything back, it had a purpose. So take the negative and get the message out of the mess. And if we learn how to get the message out the mess, we can always proceed forward. And I hope that resonates with somebody. I hope that makes sense to somebody because right here on To a Woman's Heart, we are a sisterhood. And the goal is to build, bond, and believe in our becoming our better, best selves. And that's what we're working on. And that's my mission is to push women forward. I'm not gaining anything from this. I get insight for myself, how I can make myself better. But for those women who's doing the hard work, I applaud. I applaud. Somebody pushed them down, knocked them down. They got up, they dust themselves off, and they reinvented themselves and they did something. So I'm just saying to whoever listened to this, be encouraged and know that you can do it too. No matter what the situation or the circumstances, you can come through with flying colors as well. So, Rorrinka, you want to close out with something?
Yes, yes, yes. That I like that.
All right. Well, make sure y'all support these organizations that's doing the hard work in the community to save some lives. That's all that's important is we save a life. However we save it, just save it. All right. So tomorrow is Wednesday Nuggets. Stop back. 7:30 p.m. I'll be on dropping them gems to help you push you a little bit further. All right, Rorika, hold on. I'm going to end the stream.